don't throw parties like that back home, Houston. Make me feel like a visiting dignitary.
Well, that you are. We had to do something to celebrate your 6-week anniversary here in Los Angeles.
To at least 6 more, I hope.
To at least 60 more.
You think they're serious?
Well, if I don't miss my guess, we'll probably be hearing wedding bells.
Robert, I am so excited about tomorrow. The most famous recluse since Howard Hughes. I mean, he's turned down Barbara Walters, Dan Rather, but he's agreed to talk to you.
I've got more important things on my mind.
More important than preparing for an interview with Richard Daniels. Daniels doesn't give interviews to just anybody.
Yeah, I know. But right now, I am distracted by something. By something that I want to say to you.
Sounds serious.
Yeah. It's amazing how I can be so witty and urbane in front of television cameras, but standing here in front of you, my stomach has butterflies like I wouldn't believe.
Why?
Well, when I came to LA, I was determined to concentrate on my career. Of course, I knew that you and Houston were here, but, well, I didn't expect to fall in love with you. I know I'm not as classy as some of the guys that you've dated, and I know I'm on the treadmill trying to carve my way.
And you will.
CJ, I want to marry you. Does that mean no?
No. I mean, no. It means I don't know what to say.
Well, say yes. Say you need time to think about it, but whatever you do, don't take too long. I don't think I could stand that.
I'm tempted to give you an answer now. But the lawyer in me has trained me to examine the evidence further.
Trial by jury. So what are my chances?
I'd say you had a sound case.
Yeah, we've got the birthday cake. I'd like to see Mrs. Daniels' face when you lot show up.
Excuse me, Mr. Tyler. We're ready for you up at the house.
I'll be right there. Thanks, Eddie. Sorry.
Well, a reporter's life is full of interruptions.
We better hurry. I'd hate to be demoted to weatherman. Said that you've become a recluse.
Well, if I'm a recluse, it's just that I found the reason of my happiness. And I make very sure that nobody disturbs that happiness.
And that reason is, of course, your lovely wife. Now, tell me, Mrs. Daniels, what would happen if, say, tomorrow your husband lost all his millions?
I'd go out and get a job. Turnabout is fair play. Flowers. Fun. Thank you.
Don't anybody try to be a hero.
This is a kidnapping. Now look, I'll go with you. I'll do anything you want. But leave my wife alone.
Turn that thing off! No, no!
No, please. Please.
with instructions.
CJ, call the police. Eddie, is that live? Are we on?
We're on.
This is Robert Tyler, live from the scene of the kidnap of Barbara Daniels. You're about to see exclusive coverage of today's daring kidnapping of Mrs. Richard Daniels, wife of the reclusive multimillionaire.
We'll call with instructions.
According to FBI and local police officials, no ransom demands have yet been received. More news after this commercial break.
CJ?
Oh, Matt, thank you for coming.
We heard about the kidnapping. Are you all right?
Fine, just a little shaken up. He feels responsible for this.
That's ridiculous. Not his fault.
Yeah. All right, hang on. Robert?
Mm-hmm.
Robert, I've got a woman on the phone says she's Barbara Daniels.
What?
She says the kidnappers wanted to read a message on the air.
Well, how'd you know it's really her?
I don't. What should we do?
Ask her the name of her dog.
Mrs. Daniels, what's the name of your dog?
Marzipan.
Marzipan?
Oh, boy, that's really her. All right, Bill, I'll take it live.
Hold on, Mrs. Daniels.
During the commercial break, there has been a further development in the Barbara Daniels kidnapping case. On the line right now is a lady who claims to be and who we believe is Barbara Daniels herself. Mrs. Daniels, are you there?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes.
I have to read a statement. It's from the kidnappers. We want to set up a meeting to discuss the ransom. We want Robert Tyler to be our go-between.
The kidnappers want me to be the go-between.
Yes. It goes on to say, we'll call you at your home at dawn tomorrow, Tyler. No police. No FBI. No interference of any kind, or we'll kill her. Please tell my husband that I love him.
Mrs. Daniels? Mrs. Daniels?
I don't like this.
Go to commercial. Go to commercial.
Wish Robert was here with us.
Well, romance conquers all, except for requests from the FBI and the police.
It's scary how I feel about him, Houston.
You love it?
I think so. It's just that it's been sort of an ongoing thing with me ever since I was a little kid and my dad died. I think I've been afraid to love anybody too much. Afraid they'd be taken away from me.
Well, I'm still around. Look, CJ, if you really love Robert, and he loves you as much as he seems to, I can't think of anything else that really matters.
Nothing does. It's just that I'm afraid to lose him. And if he is going to meet with those kidnappers, Houston...
Well, I know a pretty good private eye that will probably offer some discreet protection.
What would I do without you?
Probably have to pay for the dinner.
Yes.
Cheers.
Tyler.
Not very clever. We agreed. No cops, no FBI.
And there are...
Shut up. There's a cop in a milk truck 150 feet from your front door. And a little bit further up the street, there's a couple of feds in a utility truck.
Look, I can explain.
I should kill this woman right now. But I won't. As long as the feds and that milk wagon are out of there in 20 seconds. Down to your car, you'll find instructions on the seat. If you're followed, she's dead.
KPRW-TV.
Life's at stake.
I want $10 million in used bills.
That'll take some time.
You get it tomorrow.
Look, it's not too late to let her go.
Hey, hold it!
I think so. Thank you. You saved my life. Hell, the kidnapper got away. That could cost Barbara Daniels her life. What do you mean, a setup? You trying to tell me that Tyler's involved in this kidnapping? White, they tried to kill him.
You thought they tried to kill him.
I don't believe this. You said yourself that he was going out to meet a man that could be a cold-blooded killer.
Grandstanding, it smells of it. What was the news truck doing there?
Just trying to cover a story, Hoyt. I mean, he called him on his car phone.
Why couldn't your friend make any kind of ID on this guy?
He never saw him without the ski mask on.
How come this guy didn't just rub your friend out right there on the spot?
Hoyt, I can't believe...
How come your friend just happened to be filming at the Daniels estate at the time the kidnappers decided to strike and got it all on film? How come they called your friend while he was on the air? Add up all the footage so far, and you got yourself one hell of a network primetime kidnapping expose. Brought to you by Robert Tyler.
You ask too many questions.
I have to make up for the fact that just because CJ's in love with this guy, you're not asking any.
Careful. I could get quite used to this.
Somebody has to take care of you.
Oh, yes, after this morning's near fiasco. It does seem as though Houston and you have done nothing but get me out of scrapes ever since college. But from now on, I'm going to have to handle this one on my own.
I am worried about you.
Well, don't worry. When I became a newscaster, I made a promise to myself that I'd go after every story to the end, no matter what.
Determination never was your weak point. I think that's why I like you.
Uh-huh. Does that mean a verdict is due soon?
Soon.
Good. Good, because I don't want to go to New York without you. Yes, a network job has opened up, and, well, I think I've got a pretty good shot.
I think you've got a great shot at it. If those New York network moguls don't like you, they're crazy.
You know, when I'm with you, you make me feel as though there isn't anything I can't do.
Still at it, huh?
Yeah. Been programming Baby to search for any past kidnappings in which a go-between was requested.
Mind if I sit in?
I wish you would. Could use a fresh eye. For hours, I've been going over newspaper articles, journals, newscasts. I tell you, did you know that there are over 600 kidnappings a year? What's the matter?
Nothing. Just wondering where you got the tie.
What's the matter with my tie?
Nothing. It's fine. On with the show.
Right.
I know this haberdasher in London. Sells the best ties in the world.
If you don't like my tie, why don't you just come out and say so? Oh, I can't. Wait a minute. This man, it's the same man I saw in the park. That's Barbara Daniels' kidnapper.
How well do you know Robert Tyler? Take a look at the byline on the story.
By Robert Tyler.
You suppose that Hoyt's suspicions about Robert might be right?
Hi, guys. What are you two talking about?
Oh, we were just trying to decide which was the best golf course in Los Angeles. I've had an urge to play ever since I got here.
Oh, the country club. Houston could have told you that. Houston, have you seen that file, the Stewart file that Oh, never mind. I've got it.
CJ, I'm concerned about Robert.
Join the crowd.
Now, what I mean is...
No, I know what you mean. Houston, I'm trying to let the police handle it, but he feels responsible. I gotta go by.
No sense jumping the gun, boy. There is such a thing as a coincidence.
Ah, Houston.
You got a minute?
Sure. Thanks, Tony. Why the serious look?
I've been looking into the kidnapping, Robert. Found something a little peculiar. Newspaper article from 10 years ago. A woman in Bluefield, Pennsylvania was kidnapped. Her husband's name is George Davis.
So?
The kidnapper you met in the park yesterday was George Davis.
His wife is kidnapped, and then 10 years later, he becomes a kidnapper. It doesn't make any sense.
I was hoping, Robert, that you could help me make a little sense of all this.
Oh, sure. But what can I do to help?
That was your byline on that story 10 years ago.
What? My byline? Oh, yes. Ah, George Davis. Oh, I remember. My word, that was a long time ago.
Well, it seems a bit odd that you'd forget something like that. I mean, after all, that story's what got you your first anchor job in Philadelphia 2 months later.
Houston, our friendship goes back a long way. If I didn't know you better, I think you were accusing me of something.
I'm not accusing you of anything.
Well, I hope you're not suggesting I had anything to do with this.
I'm not. But it is a bit confusing.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Guess I'm under a lot of pressure with this, and with CJ, and...
I understand.
You talked to the police?
Not yet. I want to talk to you first and see what you remembered.
Well, I'm afraid it's all a little fuzzy. Look, let me think about it. Right now, I've got to be on stage.
Now, Robert, for everybody's sake, don't keep me waiting too long, huh? I'll be in my office.
You all right?
I don't know. Look, I started out to try and vindicate a friend. Now, I'm not sure he's the man I thought he was.
You gonna tell CJ?
Well, what if I'm wrong? I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yes, you do. You just don't like it.
It's only a matter of time before he ties us together.
You want me to take care of him?
No. No, have Foster do it. I need you to stand by the Daniels woman. I'm afraid things are going to get tricky.
Houston! Houston! You told me to tell you when an hour was up.
Thank you, Chris.
I didn't see his face. It happened so quickly.
Oh, well. Nice workout.
I just don't believe it. I've known Robert for years.
People change, Houston. Your friend wants to be a star.
Badly enough to try and have me killed?
Can't prove a thing.
What's going on? Are you all right? Houston?
CJ, I went to see Robert this afternoon. I'd been working with Baby to try and find a link between this kidnapping and past kidnappings. I ran across a newspaper article written by Robert 10 years ago about a man named George Davis. His wife was kidnapped in Bluefield, Pennsylvania.
Well, what does that have to do?
CJ, George Davis was the kidnapper that I saw in the park. I think Robert set this whole thing up.
The Barbara Daniels kidnapping. Houston, this is crazy.
I wish it were.
But why?
Fame, ambition, money.
I don't believe this.
We think he sent someone over here to kill Houston because Houston was getting too close.
You think? Houston, why are you doing this?
I'm not doing anything. I was trying to protect Robert.
Well, you're doing a hell of a job.
Look, CJ...
No, I don't want to look. All I can see is that because of some blind jealousy, you're accusing somebody I happen to be in love with of some terrible, amoral thing. Because you think...
CJ...
Wait, stay out of this.
I don't like this any more than you do.
Why do I find that so hard to believe, Houston? I thought I knew you. I thought you were my best friend.
I am your friend. All I want to do is help you.
You'll have my resignation first thing in the morning.
Foster bungled it. If we don't move fast, we're blown.
We'll try again.
No. No. I have a plan.
Should we move her to the house?
Yes.
Office just had a call. Anonymous call. Someone's located the house where the kidnappers are keeping Barbara Daniels. A couple of units already got it surrounded. Let's go.
Ah, CJ.
Robert, I need to talk to you.
No, darling, I'm working.
Look, Robert.
They've got the kidnappers surrounded in a house.
Robert,
What's wrong?
somebody tried to kill Houston today. He thinks you set it up.
What?
He also thinks you set up the kidnapping. He convinced Lieutenant Hoyt.
Oh, come on now. You don't believe that.
Robert, we're nearly ready. Your car's around the corner.
Thank you.
I don't know what to believe. He's been my friend all my life, Robert. I've always trusted him.
Is he all right?
Do you care?
Of course I care. He's my friend, too, you know.
Tyler!
Look, I know you and Houston have been friends for a long time, and I've sort of come in the way. I'm sorry.
I need to hear this. Are you involved with this kidnapping?
Robert!
Okay.
No. Come on.
I'll show you just how wrong our friend Houston really is.
This is Hoyt. You're in a can't-win situation. Come on out, now.
This is Robert Tyler, KPRW TV News, live from the house where Mrs. Richard Daniels is being held hostage at gunpoint. Lieutenant. KPRW TV News. What's the situation?
You tell me, Tyler.
Lieutenant, what do you mean?
They're demanding $10 million and safe passage out of the country. But we've got no guarantee that they won't kill Mrs. Daniels, even if we agree.
Well, maybe I could talk to them.
The best thing you can do is stay out of the way.
Looks like the curtain just went up on Act 3, huh?
Kicker is, we gotta play this thing off like the real thing. There's no telling what he'll do.
Kidnappers. You in there. This is Robert Tyler. I want to offer an exchange for Barbara Daniels till you and the police can come to some sort of agreement. I promise you this is no trick. I just don't want to see Mrs. Daniels hurt. So I'm willing to exchange my life for hers.
Oh, no!
Shooting! You'll cost that woman her life.
She's coming out.
All right. You can see that I'm unarmed, so let her go.
He set this whole thing up. And the only people alive that can prove it are inside that house.
Houston!
All right, loose a gun. Game's up, Tyler. Take your friend George outside here and let him tell the world what a fraud you really are.
I don't think so. I guess it was my turn to save your life. See you on the news, pal.
Over here, please. Don't bring that up until we tell you. Here.
I can't thank you enough.
Well done.
I'm so frightened.
Thank you.
It's all on the line of duty.
Really appreciated it.
Kidnappers killed, Barbara Daniels safe in the arms of her husband once more. Just like a children's fable with a happy ending. This is Robert Tyler, KPRW News.
And now let's take a look at the weather. High clouds, variable in the morning and increasing by afternoon, otherwise fair.
Guess who?
I can't imagine.
The next Walter Cronkite. Not even a congratulatory kiss.
You got the network job?
The network moguls watched the kidnapping from start to finish.
I'm glad for you.
What's wrong?
I was thinking about Houston. I was wondering what he must be feeling about me right now. And you.
I don't blame you for believing him. If it wasn't me he was after, I'd probably believe him too.
Robert, where does that leave us?
It leaves us with the fact that I love you. And I've asked you to marry me. And you still haven't said yes or no. CJ, don't you believe that I love you?
Yes, I do.
I can't believe it. I mean, he shot George Davis down in cold blood right in front of my eyes.
By all accounts, self-defense. At least that's the way it looked.
Self-defense, hell. He was getting rid of his witnesses. Yeah, he's home free.
Let me quote one of the great philosophers of our day, Yogi Berra. The game isn't over till it's over.
Now it's over. I lost. Bad part about it is I lost CJ along the way.
Talking about me again?
You're back.
Sometimes the truth is very difficult to accept.
You know, I really didn't mean to hurt you.
I know. I should never have doubted that. But it doesn't make it hurt any less, Houston.
I fell in love with a spy once. Lisbon. Long time ago. I was young. She was the most beautiful, captivating woman I'd ever seen. So I know a little something of how you feel.
Did she betray you?
She loved me, too. She just had a different way of looking at things. She was killed by British Secret Service. I came back home and met your Aunt Flo.
What do we do now?
Why don't you let Uncle Roy and I handle this? You've been through enough already.
No, I have to be involved with this. I need to be. Robert.
Hi, darling. What's up?
The jury is in.
And I lost him.
I know the truth now. Houston got a call from Mrs. George Davis.
But that's impossible. I mean, they've been divorced for years.
Apparently, she kept in touch with her ex-husband. It seems he made tapes.
Tapes?
Of your meetings. He wanted a record just in case. She's staying at the Samoan Sea Motel. Room 40. Houston is going to meet her there tonight.
Why did you come here and tell me this?
Because I still love you.
sure about this. Worked in Vienna in 47. Russian agent named Ivanov. Big nose. Wonderful laugh.
Look, haven't I seen that tie before?
You should. It's yours.
Well, I thought you said you didn't like it.
I never said that. I just didn't like it on you.
Paid you off once, Mrs. Davis, in Pennsylvania. What makes you think we can afford twice? I found one tape. I want to make sure it's the only one. Do you know what happened to George?
You killed him.
Precisely. With no witnesses. And the same applies to you.
Even to me, Robert.
Oh, CJ. You set me up.
Hook, line, and sinker.
We could have had everything, CJ. Everything.
Excuse me. Famous newscaster confesses murder and kidnapping. Filmed at 11. Scotch?
Apple juice. I like to take my sorrow sober.
Was there anything I can do?
Mm-hmm. You can erase the last 6 weeks. glue my heart back together.
Well, I'll tell you what, would you settle for reservations for 2 at Marcel's?
I thought they were booked for weeks in advance.
I was persuasive.
Oh, you were you? Houston, you know what? I don't think they're open tonight. They're closed Mondays and Tuesdays.
Oh, boy, I was really persuasive.
Meet you at the side gate. If we're not out in 3 minutes... Hey, don't worry, I'll find you. It's me, Emmett. Don't fight.
Understand? There's trouble in the girls' quarters.
Peg, I love you. Can't you see they're killing you?
See?
Satan. Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan.
Satan. Satan.
Satan.
3 guys. One was her brother.
Emmett, I told you to renounce him, Peg. You have no brother.
I do. I do renounce him, Jesse. I didn't want for this to happen. I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry.
There is no room for sorries in the kingdom of heaven. Not without penance. The whipping post. Strip her and punish her.
I'm sorry, Jesse.
Peg, if your heart had been pure, this never would have happened.
I love you, Jesse.
On my 33rd birthday, God appeared to me in a vision. God looked down on me and he said, Jesse Mercer, I have chosen you to save mankind from destroying himself. But God, I protested, you sent Jesus Christ to do that. Well, God just looked at me and shook his head and he said, Jesse, Jesus Christ started it. Now I want you to finish the job.
Who does he think he is?
It was up to me to fulfill our Father's wish. He told me to quit my job.
That's my sister. There.
What makes you think that Mercer is trying to kill her?
History. In 2 days, Peg turns 21. When she does, she gets free access to the inheritance our folks left her.
It's over $3 million, Houston. She's already talked to the family attorney and asked that it be cash so that she can donate it to the church.
Well, look, it seems to me that as soon as the money is handed over to Mercer, I mean, it's his free and clear. Why would he bother to try and kill her?
CJ and I did some checking while you were still out about 30 miles on that skiff of yours. And what we were able to dig out about the past of the cult more or less confirms Emmett's opinion.
History lesson number 1, Houston. Oklahoma, 4 years ago. This girl sold everything she had, Houston. The house, the car. She gave Mercer $60,000. Everything seemed rosy for about a month, and then she had a change of heart.
When Mercer wouldn't give the money back, she went to the local DA. She claimed that Mercer had conned and swindled her. It created quite a stink, and she died quite suddenly.
He killed her.
Officially, the coroner called it an accident. Lady swallowed too many pills, washed them down with whiskey.
History lesson number 2. 18 months ago, this girl joined Mercer's cult. She promptly turned over her entire trust fund, $100,000.
And she didn't even get a chance to have second thoughts. Mercer killed her less than 24 hours after she turned over the money.
The official cause of death was a rattlesnake bite. Seems the critter slithered into her sleeping bag during the night.
Tell me something. Has anybody ever made a large donation to the so-called church and survived?
Not that we have found any trace of.
And Mercer won't have to stage an act this time, Houston. Emmett's sister is a diabetic.
Well, Mercer told Peg that once she's turned over the money, as an act of faith, he's going to throw away her insulin. He's going to faith heal her.
Houston, if you want to fight windmills, go to Holland.
Peg Allison is in grave danger.
The world is in grave danger. You read the papers this morning?
This girl is about to turn over $3 million to Mercer. Very shortly thereafter, Mercer is going to faith heal her to death.
Sad, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Oh.
This Mercer and other crazies like him got the safest hiding place on earth. Smack dab behind the First Amendment. Freedom of religion.
What you're telling me is that legally, as long as she feels that she's a member of this cult, we can't do anything to save her?
Religions are free to worship animal, vegetable, mineral, or person. And I can't touch them with a 10-foot Bible.
Yeah, well, what if she's being held against her will?
You got any proof?
Her brother seems to think that she's being drugged. He thinks that they're tampering with her insulin just to throw her off balance.
Now you're reaching for straws.
No, I'm grasping for straws, Hoyt. You leave me no choice. I got a feeling on this.
Get me proof. Any shred of tangible proof that this girl is being held against her will, and I'll take on the windmill with you.
Hi there.
Hello. Any luck?
Judge Robbins says without proof he can't justify issuing a court order. What about Hoyt?
Same song. He needs proof.
Well, then Houston is catch-22. To get the order, we need medical tests proving that Mercer is using drugs to con Peg. And there's no way he's going to let us within 10 feet of her.
Oh, what if Mercer just thought that he had to let us see her and didn't know that we were after the medical test?
What would make him think that?
Court order.
Why do I think I'm not going to like this?
We will come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We will come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves.
I'm better now, Jesse.
The punishment has cleansed your soul, Peg. Brother Riggs, take Peg to my quarters.
Bringing in the sheaves. We will come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves, bringing in the sheaves. We will come rejoicing, bringing in the sheaves.
Idea what kind of trouble we can get in for forging a court order?
Well, CJ, you gotta bend the rules every now and then.
Oh, really? Just a good thing you've got me along with you to help you pull this one off. As long as Mercer realizes that he's dealing with a respectable lawyer, he might not look too closely at our other credentials.
Are you insinuating that I don't look respectable?
You look respectable enough for a bush pilot.
Being private property, I must assume that you're lost.
You assume incorrectly.
I'm DJ Parsons. I'm a lawyer from Los Angeles. I have a court order that authorizes me to get a deposition from Peg Allison. I assume she's here, Reverend Mercer?
Well, she's not feeling too well. A touch of the flu. What about him?
Oh, I haven't had flu in years. I'm fine, thank you.
He's my pilot. I'd like to see Miss Allison now.
A brother sent you.
He has a right to know that she's alive and well.
Well, I said she's sick.
And I said that I have a court order. I assume you know what it means if you violate it.
Well, we've nothing to hide. Peg is here of her own free will.
Well, I'd like to hear that from her.
You will. Follow.
What would you like me to do, Miss Parsons?
Why don't you feed and water the chopper? I won't be long.
Feed and water the chopper?
Peg, this woman would like to talk to you.
About what?
About how you enjoy living here. Working with your brothers and sisters for the glory of our Father. About how...
Reverend, if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to Peg alone. The court order so stipulates.
Peg, I want you to cooperate with Miss Parsons. I want you to tell her the truth.
Your brother Emmett sent me.
Emmett is Satan.
No. No, he loves you. He's worried about you.
Emmett is evil.
He believes the people here are using drugs on you. That they're withholding your insulin. He thinks they're playing with your mind.
This is my family. Emmett is evil. Emmett is Satan.
All right. Let's prove it. Let me take a blood sample. And if it's negative, then Emmett is Satan. And Jesse is the Messiah. But let's prove it, Peg. Okay? What do you say?
But are you really happy with your life? Haven't you ever wondered who you are, why you're here, where you're going?
I think I'm going to see how Miss Parsons is doing. Thank you.
That should satisfy Emmett and the court. Goodbye, Reverend. We're ready to go.
Look, Rev, if you ever need a fast trip out of the country, let me know, huh? Nice place. If they're doing something, the sample should prove it.
Well, I hope we get back in time. She's not looking too good.
Well, I'll tell you what, first things first. All we got to worry about now is getting out of here.
That's right.
What did you tell her, Peg? Did you tell her you're being held here against your will?
No, Jesse. I'm here of my own free will. I told her that.
Finish off the lady lawyer.
Satan's handmaiden has fallen. How sad.
Get up.
Take him to the isolation room.
Everything is under control. Claudia, take your brothers and sisters down to the stream, lead them in prayer. Give thanks that we overcame the forces of Satan once again.
What kind of religion is this, eh? You fight Satan with gunfire? You gonna let her bleed to death?
Pay these heathen no mind. They're nothing but depraved kidnappers. They came to take Peg.
Jesse? This one's pretty bad.
Carl's a medical student. Give him some medical supplies. He'll take care of her. Go on, get her out of here.
Jesse, that helicopter pilot is really a private detective named Matt Houston.
Who he or she is doesn't matter. We've got to keep them alive until Friday, until we can get our hands on that $3 million. I don't want the police to find them dead before that. And after Friday, I don't care what you do with them.
Yeah, but somebody's bound to come looking for them.
It's exactly why we're getting out of here. Now.
Take it easy, CJ.
Gonna need some more bandages.
Look, here. She lost an awful lot of blood before they stuck us in here.
Yeah, this bullet's got to be removed. And not by a third-year medical student who dropped out. And not with this fourth-rate medical equipment.
I'm right here, CJ.
It hurts.
Oh, honey, just hang on.
We better give her another morphine injection.
Easy. Just take it easy now. It's all right. Just hang on.
Okay, it's gonna hurt a little bit.
That's it. That's all.
That's all I can do for now.
That's all you can do medically. And as a member of this cult, can you help us find a way to get out of here while she still has a chance?
Now, this is the isolation room. Bars on the windows and armed guards outside. I'm in here for the same reason as you. I made Jesse unhappy. He had Scanlon do this to my face.
Why don't you just get out, huh? Run away.
I got my reasons. It's Peg Allison. She's, well, she's special. She won't leave the cult, and I'm not leaving without her. Looks like they're leaving.
They have to. Otherwise, your fearless leader will have to explain to the police why his flock of holy people shot down an innocent lady in cold blood. It's time to leave.
She's hurt badly, Jesse. A move might kill her.
The Anointed One says it's time that we move on. Look, why don't you just do me a favor, huh? Why don't you just forget about the sermons? I mean, you don't have to put on a show for anybody now. A show, Mr. Houston? Is that what you think this is? I'll tell you what I think. I think you're a cheap con man selling his own sleazy version of fast food religion to make big bucks. Before this is over, Mr. Houston, you will become a true believer. Get them ready.
Do you have any idea what time it is? Huh? What's the problem?
No problem, he said. Go on, attend the awards dinner, he said. Everything's under control, he said.
Hold it. You want to start at the start? Save me calling in an interpreter?
According to my computations, I think that Matt and CJ dropped in on that cult with the helicopter without an invitation.
What time they leave?
4 o'clock this afternoon. There's something wrong. I feel it in my bones.
We'll need that Allison boy to find that cult.
I already contacted him. He's going to meet us at Matt's office at 5 a.m.
Don't worry, Roy. We'll find him.
Lieutenant, I've got to worry. As I remember, the score down at Guyana was Jim Jones' 913 opponent's zip.
Look, how much further?
Why? Got a hot date or something?
Well, what I got is a lady that's carrying your bullet inside of her body. I'll tell you something, if she didn't pull through...
Hey! You got the best medical care around. You got any complaints? Talk to Carl. That road there. Take a right.
Easy. Take it easy.
I'm trying.
I know. We gotta give her another shot of morphine.
Very little left. Pain's only gonna get worse. I think we better wait.
Here we are, home sweet home.
You know, Jesse says I gotta keep you and the lady lawyer alive until Friday. Now, after that, Jesse doesn't give a damn what happens. But I care. I really care.
Roy. Blood.
Shell casing. Lots of them.
This is Lieutenant Hoyt. Patch me through to Watch Commander. Fast.
And in closing, we want to give thanks for the leadership that you have bestowed upon me. Amen. Now be strong. I promise you that we will emerge from this time of tribulation stronger than ever. You all have faith in Jesse?
Yes.
Has Jesse ever let you down?
No.
Then be at peace. Now, Sister Claudia will lead you in the morning hymn.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like...
There. The insulin should make you feel better.
I hope so.
I know so. Well, the big day is almost here, Peg.
Big day?
Friday. The day Peg Allison guarantees herself a place in the kingdom of heaven. A seat at the right hand of God. You haven't changed your mind now, have you? About the money?
Huh? Oh, no. I'll do whatever you want.
Bless you.
Carl, you mean to tell me that there's nothing left in this damn bag that's gonna help her? That's great.
Oh, CJ.
This is something else, isn't it? You're a very special lady. But you gotta hang on.
From a used car salesman to a multi-millionaire playboy in 4 short years. If word ever got out that owner cult is so profitable, there'd be more shepherds than there'd be sheep. The moment I get my hands on that $3 million, it's sayonara, US of A.
What about your flock? What happens to them?
Well, they were looking for a messiah when I found them. They'll either get smart and go home or find themselves another one. There's plenty of them out there.
We're now going to switch back to our remote unit that's been covering the bizarre disappearance of Detective Matt Houston and lawyer C.J. Parsons. Any new developments out there, Sharon?
Let's ask Lieutenant Michael Hoyt, the man who's heading up
Check
this
out the other end of the
investigation.
house.
What can you tell us, Lieutenant?
Only that we're in the process of issuing APBs on Reverend Jesse Mercer and members of his congregation.
Charging them with?
Investigation of kidnapping and murder.
It's Gambler. Tell him we're gonna move. We'll roll out of here in 3 minutes.
Looks like they're moving again. There must be some kind of trouble. Let's hope it's the kind of trouble that helps us.
I say we kill all 3 of them now.
And I say we kill nobody. Until I have Peg Allison's inheritance in hand, we're long out of this country. Now, you stay here, make sure nothing happens to our guests.
I hate to pack it in, but I don't know where to start looking.
Colts are like moles. They can crawl in a California hole and surface in Colorado.
Remind me to give both of you my lecture on positive thinking. In the meantime, turn around.
All right, fellas, spread up. Hold it right there.
You must be Lieutenant Hoyt. The slander I've heard on my car radio. The blasphemer who calls me a kidnapper and a murderer. Now look. No, now you look. And listen. We have been in Arizona for the past week on our annual retreat into the desert.
How do you explain a helicopter?
I can't. I've never seen it. We've been in Arizona.
You can prove that? You have witnesses?
You're surrounded by witnesses. We all vouch for one another. Thou shalt not bear false witness, and thou shalt either arrest me and risk a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, or get off this property right now, because I am in no mood to forgive those who trespass. Need I remind you how the court deals with infidels who violate the First Amendment and its freedom of religious guarantees?
Clear the premises! That's an order!
Lieutenant, you're not gonna let this creep get off the hook so easily. You can't let
I wanted the premises cleared. That applies to you too, Allison.
Carl? I can't get her pulse.
No, I got her pulse. It's weak, though. We gotta get her to a hospital.
Girl, you just keep her alive. I'm gonna get us out of here.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. You have made yourself perfectly clear, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Yes, sir. Good night to you too, sir.
That's telling him.
This may surprise you, but I have a family to feed. I like my job. I have my own office. I have my own police car. I get a chance to wear a suit and a tie. And I have no desire to go back out on foot patrol.
So you tell the captain anything he wants to hear?
When he's right, yes. Roy, we have no proof that Jesse Mercer has broken any laws. That cult leader is hiding behind the Constitution, the American flag, and apple pie. And my hands are completely tied.
Well, mine aren't.
Roy.
Lieutenant. My nephew and CJ are missing. Maybe dead. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to do something about it.
You're my attorney. You're paid to do what I tell you.
Miss Allison, I'm also paid to give you advice. And I'm advising you to reconsider. As executor of your parents' will, I have certain obligations. And I feel I wouldn't be doing my job unless I warn you that...
Mr. Addison, I don't want to argue. Just bring me my inheritance. All $3 million this afternoon in cash. 4 o'clock, Cassandra Park, by the fountain.
Bingo.
I see Riggs, but no Scanlon.
Almost to him now.
There's a Bible passage that says the love of money is the root of all evil. And I can't wait to get my hands on all $3 million worth of that evil.
Thank you. All set. Our chartered jet's ready to take off the minute we hit the airport.
First stop, Buenos Aires. That's after I say to you, our little diabetic. Well, that's it. Let's go. You know something? I'm gonna miss all this. There's a certain something about having power. Total control over people. Life and death say so. Oh, what the hell? Peg's $3 million and the rest of the money I got stashed around, I'll be able to buy everything I'll ever need. Including power. Now be of good cheer. By the time I return with Peg's love offerings, your lives will be drastically changed.
How so, Jesse?
Now, that's a surprise. But I can tell you this much. It has something to do with going international.
His office. Roy, that is against the law.
Now you tell me. Lieutenant, I got the name of Peggy Allison's lawyer from her brother. I had to take the chance that she might call in and set the time of the meeting.
What good is that going to do you?
I'm going to be there. Once Mercer has Peg Allison's money, he's going to kill her. I got to stop him.
Alone?
Oh, I figure he'll have a little help.
You don't know how good it is to see you, boy. Where's CJ?
Uncle Roy, she was shot. She's in the hospital right now. It's all right. She's going to be fine.
Well, now you can join us.
You're coming?
Oh, somebody's got to make sure you two don't break the law.
Hey, wait. Where are we going?
To baptize a phony preacher.
It all seems to be there. That's quite a bit of money I have in there, Reverend. Have you thought about putting it in a safe place?
Well, actually, I have thought about it quite a lot.
Jesse, wait!
Hold it, Mercer!
Boy, you keep an eye on the girl and make sure the Peg gets to the hospital, all right?
Looks great. Look at the sunset.
Isn't it fabulous? And the weather's great there this time of year. Look at the white sand beaches.
I've never been there.
Oh, you're kidding.
Never ever.
Oh, and the food is so good. And they eat like a pig.
Beaches. They're so beautiful.
I'm going to take surfing lessons, I think.
Surfing?
Well, maybe not.
CJ, what are you doing?
Oh, Houston. The doctor said that I had to take the next 3 weeks off, so I thought I'd take a vacation.
Maybe Hawaii.
A vacation?
Uh-huh. What's the matter?
Well, it's just when you were in the hospital, things kind of stacked up around here.
Yeah, it's paperwork. Some of it looks urgent.
Yeah, all of it. CJ, I'm sorry. I just didn't know that you'd planned on taking some more time off. I promised Murray that you would go over some of this paperwork with him. No, you need the time off.
No, Houston, I won't take a vacation. If you need me to stay here, I will.
Excuse me. Miss Parsons' limo is ready.
I didn't order limo.
We did. Your private jet departs for Hawaii in 1 hour.
I don't believe you guys.
Did you really think that we were going to rob you of your recuperation time, huh?
What about the paperwork?
Oh, come on, forget about it. It's not a problem. And we sent it to Hawaii yesterday. Let's go.
Party time, girls. Come on.
Someday, I'd like to have a party with you, Warlord.
You couldn't stand the pace.
Boredom kills.
Oh, we got us a real good bunch this time.
That's what you said the last time.
Oh, we took care of the girls that caused trouble.
We made an example of them, Mr. Pfizer. That will not happen again.
Get her!
You know what you're here for. Now go make the gentleman happy.
All right, you don't have to push.
Oh, don't worry. We'll take care of her.
was fast.
Quick changes are one of my specialties.
Remind me to time you next time. Why don't we try that new place for lunch down the street?
Oh, great. I'm famished.
I want to make one phone call here.
CJ. Houston, she only left for Santa Fe 2 days ago.
Well, I know that. It's, yeah, C.J. Parsons Suite, please.
She's a big girl, Houston.
Hadn't checked in. She really should have been there hours ago. No, listen, I'll call back later. Thank you. Ah, you're right. She's a big girl. Let's go.
I don't know. Well, with the conditions of the road, could be a couple of days before we get a bus through here.
Great. 100 in the shade, and I'm gonna have to walk to L.A.
Could always stay.
Not my style.
Evening, sweet thing. What's your pleasure? Have a little fight with your boyfriend? Well, now, I think I can cure whatever's ailing you.
You hurt?
No.
You looked wrecked, hon. Maybe you better sit down.
I got a cot in the back.
Why don't you take a hike?
Just trying to give a little comfort.
Got a name, honey? Where you from?
There was a Bunny.
Bunny. Nice name. So what's your story?
I'm not sure I have one.
Oh, you got one. Maybe a few pages are missing, but I know a classy broad when I see one. Now, this jacket may be a little beat up, but it's good material. And that watch ain't from no thrift store either.
She looks like she's been on one hell of a bender.
Been on a few myself. You even know where you are?
No.
Well, I do. And believe me, it ain't worth knowing. It looks like someone really got you good. Come on, let's get you fixed up. Come on.
Yeah. This is Mike. I got a couple of real cupcakes down here. I think you're really gonna like them.
The place pretty empty?
Yeah.
Good. I'm on my way. Oh, you're something else. You know that? Just hold the thought for a minute. I'm gonna try Santa Fe one more time. I mean, I told her to fly, but no, she wanted to drive. Huh?
see the scenery. 800 miles of desert, some scenery. When it makes business with pleasure.
Never works.
Yeah, C.J. Parsons checked in yet? Oh, she does have a reservation, doesn't she? And you haven't heard from her? Yeah, the minute she comes in, have her call me. Matt Houston. She's got my number.
I've got your number too, Houston. Ciao.
I know how you must feel, hon. I've seen the downside of more two-stop towns than you can imagine. I've had my share of forgotten weeks, too. It'll come back to you.
Sure hope so. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
Well, first thing we gotta do is get you something to eat.
No, I'm really not hungry.
You've been walking all day from the looks of it, and I doubt you had lunch out there. I saw it down on the street. Come on, I'm buying.
Wish there was something I could do to repay you.
Plenty of time for that later, hon. I'm looking forward to meeting some of your classy friends.
Well, good evening, ladies. You going somewhere?
Yeah, dinner. There a law against that around here?
Oh, no. No, but I got a call that you two gals was soliciting in this fine establishment.
You gotta be kidding.
I'm not a man who does very much kidding.
Let go of me! Come on, please!
Come on here. Let's go.
Chris, just stay here for the rest of the night in case she calls. What's the latest word from the hotel?
She still hasn't checked in, and nobody's heard from her.
Something's wrong. I know it, and I'm going to find her.
Houston, it's the middle of the night. Don't you think maybe you ought to wait till the morning?
No, I want you to get me the first flight to Phoenix. That was the last place that we know she was.
I'll have a car waiting.
Here's a new girl he has to see, Sheriff. Calls herself Bunny.
My name isn't Bunny.
No? What is it then?
I don't remember.
I'll call you when I've finished with her orientation. Oh, shy, are we? A little sensitive? Well, those ladies down there will soon fix that. Unless you let me take care of you. You see, we're going to keep you here, detain you until we send you down to the county seat for trial. Now, I could dress you in silks or satin, protect you. It'd be an awful shame to have that nice, lovely skin all scratched up by some little prison alley cat. Or I could just keep you here forever. It all depends on your willingness to cooperate.
There's a fight. There's a fight in the mess area, sir.
Can't you ever handle anything by yourself?
You gonna leave her here?
Yes. I have not finished with her orientation yet.
Who are you?
young girls off.
Come on, come on.
But well.
There's a little trouble in the mess area. I'll be right back.
Must be more than a little trouble. Leave a pretty little thing like you here all alone.
I wouldn't know I'm new here.
I could see that.
Oh, Mr. Pfizer. Did not expect you so soon.
Obviously. You probably intended to keep this lovely creature for yourself, if I hadn't let myself in.
Now, Mr. Pfizer, you know I have no secrets from you.
Then what's her name?
Her name is Bunny.
Bunny. That's a pretty name.
We do have some business to discuss, do we not? Guard, take the prisoner back to her cell.
I just found my date for our barbecue.
She just got in today, Seymour. I haven't finished the orientation. I don't know whether I can control her. She's pretty wild.
Why don't you let me worry about that? Well, sometimes it's more fun that way. This car belongs to a friend of mine.
Lady friend?
Yeah.
That's her. Passed through here yesterday.
Look, what happened to her? Is she hurt?
Well, they didn't find anybody at the car. She must have hitchhiked on down to the next town. Carl, the highway patrolman, said that likes of her hadn't shown up at any hospital or anything. I'd wager that she ain't far.
Now, you gotta try, hon, or you'll never remember. Now, come on.
Rhonda.
Just give it a try. What else do we have to do?
Okay.
Now, think of yourself as a little girl. Your earliest memories. We'll start there.
I remember a birthday party. For me. I'm 5, 6 years old. I have on a very pretty dress. Ice cream cake. This horrible little boy spills his chocolate ice cream on me.
Go on. What's next?
Go
have on a heavy coat. And there's a very deep hole in the ground. There's a woman standing next to it. She's crying. It's my mom. They're lowering a box into the ground. My dad is dead. My dad is dead.
Easy, try something a little more recent.
I'm in a hospital room. And there's a man there. He's my friend. My best friend. Who is he? He saved my life.
It's all right. We'll stop now. We can do more later.
Nope. Never seen her.
If you do or hear of anybody that has, would you contact my office? I'll be checking in with them about every hour or so. I'd sure appreciate it.
Sure thing, partner.
Thank you.
I'll go check on your fries. Yeah, Walmart? I got something for you. Should be worth a couple of bucks.
I just got a call from Mike down at the bar.
You do not have to tell me every time you get a phone call.
There's a private eye named Matt Houston looking for that new prisoner.
Which one?
The one who calls herself Bunny. Seems her name is C.J. Parsons. She's a lawyer from Los Angeles who wrecked her car up the road.
That's right. She did have a bump on her head when she came in.
Think she's forgotten who she is?
But she sure ain't here on no holiday.
So what are we going to do with her?
The only thing we can do. Same thing we did with all the other girls that were problems.
Not a grave in the desert.
You enjoy that, don't you? All right, you go get Bunny or whatever her name is and take... Oh, wait a minute. Now, better yet. Pizer, you're gonna have a fit if he doesn't get Bunny at his party. I mean, that's all he's had on his brain, Bunny, since he's seen her.
So?
Pizer will get his Bunny. We'll dope her up. And later on, she'll join her friend, the private eye, in Bunny heaven.
Houston.
That's the one I want you to take care of now.
End of the road, Houston.
Make yourself nice for tonight's party now. What party? You haven't heard?
You got some explaining to do, Dollface?
What are you talking about?
Why don't you drop this hokey amnesia trip?
Why don't you leave her alone?
You stay out of this, witch. What has Butts got you doing?
Nothing. He made a pass at me and I told him where to go.
Yeah? What are you doing with this list then? Listing all our names with those stinking Johns he sells us to.
I didn't know that that's what it was.
I don't believe you. Why don't you tell us the real story, Bunny? Or whatever your name is? Okay. We'll do it the fun way.
Those were some moves, son. Where'd you learn to fight like that? I don't know. Maybe in Houston.
All right. Get up.
On your feet. Come on. Over here, next to your friend. Lose the gun. You fellas are gonna tell me where you're keeping C.J. Parsons.
I don't know any C.J. Parsons. Okay. It's not my gig anyway. It's Sheriff Butts and Pizer.
Who's Pizer?
Seymour Pizer. He's a member of the State Board of Corrections.
Hey, keep talking.
Pizer and Sheriff Butts set up this fun and games house at Pizer's ranch. Special favor to some of the big boys at the Capitol.
Fun and games with female prisoners?
Yeah.
What makes the girls go along with all this?
Easy. You promise them lighter sentences when they're transferred over to the county seat for trial.
Where are the girls kept when they're not funning it up for these creeps?
Detention center. Just east of town.
You fellas take off your shoes and put them over there next to the truck.
It's a long walk back to town.
It'll be a lot longer without knees. Now, you fellas are gonna tell me how to get into this detention center and who I can find there to help me.
Not feeling too well. This lunch didn't do too much for me either. No, I mean, really, I don't even think I can stand up.
get you inside. Turn.
What do you mean you haven't seen him? It's time to get the girls ready for Piser's. All right, you handle it. You tell Womark to contact me the minute you find him.
You must be Fran.
I haven't seen you around here before.
You know, it doesn't really matter. Look, I'm trying to find this girl.
Bunny,
Where can I find her?
why don't you ask your boss?
Because I'm asking you. I need your help.
Forget it.
There's $200 here, and there's 200 more in it when we find the girl. You enjoy playing party doll at Butts' Bashes?
What do you think?
And help me find the girl. We'll make sure his next party's a going-away party, huh?
Put these on, make sure she's ready to go.
She can't go anywhere. She's sick.
Not as sick as she's gonna be if she stays here.
Come on, honey, you gotta make it. I'm too dizzy. Now, I'll help you get through it. It's our only chance. Once we get to the ranch, we'll figure out some way to escape.
What in the hell?
Got a problem, Marsh?
Yeah, you.
That ain't no problem. That's infatuation.
Oh, sure. Hey, come here. Get in here. Get in here.
CJ.
Who's that?
You are a dead man.
Hang in there, hon. Let's get out of here.
So far, so good. Now you kill Houston and the girl.
I tried to help you before, and look what happened. Besides, what's in it for me?
I told you I can talk to the people who count. Let them know what a bum rap you've taken here.
Mister, my whole life's been a bum rap. My motto's get them before they get you.
Then why don't you please help me get Butts?
How do I know you'll keep your word?
Darling, you don't know that. But you can bet the ranch that when the guard comes back, I'm gonna be dead. And you know too much, so they're gonna have to kill you too.
Why did you ever come here? What is this CJ to you?
He's a friend.
You always risk your life for friends?
That's what it takes.
come on, quit your howling.
Come on, can't you see she's in pain?
You gotta help me. My guts is burning out.
Come on, I said it. Come on, come on.
I'm going to drop you off at a phone. I want you to call the state police, ask for Sergeant Morgan. Use my name. You tell him to meet me out at Piser's Ranch, all right?
You got a great opportunity here, Houston.
What for?
To be the first man that never let me down.
Well, Bunny. How nice to see you. Come along with me. I want to show you something. Bunny, how'd you like another little drink? There we go. Yeah, that'll clear up that head of yours. Now, come on, sit down over here and tell me all about yourself, huh? Come on, Bunny. Drink up. It'll help you relax. Guard! Over there! We better go inside.
Why don't you stay put? Who's running this mess?
Sheriff Bucks. Right there.
I'm a little bit bigger than the women you're used to kicking around.
Houston? I know you.
Nice to have you back.
Have a good time.
Thank you. It's a great party.
Yeah, good party. There you are.
Thought you were hiding. You ought to be inside celebrating.
I'm sorry. Somehow I just don't feel like it much.
Things could have been a lot worse.
I know. But you can't go through an experience like that and not feel a little changed by it.
Well, you're home, CJ, and that's what's important.
Houston, I keep thinking, what if I was left there, not knowing who I was?
I never would have stopped looking for you.
But what about all those people who don't have anybody looking for them or caring?
See, dear, let's fix the world tomorrow. Tonight, won't you let your friends show you how happy they are to have you back?
Y'all look who's here, huh?
A toast.
To CJ.
Just go. Don't let Charlie get both of us.
Let's head to our choppers. I'm gonna get some help, all right?
Just save yourself. It's an order, Matt.
I'll be back.
My cousin! He's been hit! Come on, you gotta help me! Come on, let's get out of here! My cousin, he's back here!
look so tired.
I know. He's been having those nightmares again. Vietnam.
I thought they went away.
Well, he got a call from immigration yesterday. He's going to meet with a Vietnamese lady.
Houston?
Yes. Houston?
Houston?
Yes, I'm at Houston. It's Cousin Will. My God. He's alive. Uncle Roy took these of my cousin Will and me when we were just 10 years old. I remember I used to count the days till I could go visit him in Arizona. Will, Uncle Roy, Aunt Flo, Daddy were the only family we ever had. Will was like a brother. Had a secret club. Called ourselves the Texas Terrors. Made a vow we'd always take care of each other.
It wasn't your fault, Houston.
We only had 3 weeks left on our tour of duty. Flying medical supplies to a platoon just northwest of the Cambodian border. Got hit, went down. Will was injured in the crash. We radioed for help. Charlie was behind every bush. I told him I'd come back for him.
You were wounded. You thought he'd been killed.
I left as soon as I got your message, caught the first plane out of San Francisco. Now, what could possibly be so important? Uncle Roy, it's Will. He's alive. Your son's alive.
Ông Will và anh tôi bị giam chung một trại. Cảm ơn ông. Sau đó ông Will giúp anh tôi vượt ngục.
She said Will helped her brother escape from a prison camp where they're both being held. How long ago? Paulo Roy.
Hơn 1 năm rồi.
Maybe a year. Does she know where the camp is? Well, she doesn't speak about it the way we do in terms of latitude and longitude. She talks about a tangled jungle and a series of 5 hills. I think she's talking about Dim Tao province, which is right here, just across the Vietnamese border in Cambodia. Roy, that makes sense. Last time I saw Will was right here. What are we waiting for?
We've had literally hundreds of these reports over the past few years. None of them have panned out.
That's because you government people refuse to do anything about them.
We don't refuse to do anything, Mr. Houston. We do our job to the best of our ability.
There are still over 2,000 American soldiers missing in Southeast Asia.
Sad price of war, gentlemen. Men die. Bodies aren't found. I'm sorry, but it's an extremely delicate situation.
The delicate situation, as far as I can see, is that my son is being held prisoner and his country
is unwilling to go find him. Now, we've been here for 36 hours, shuffled from one bureaucratic dead end to the next.
I'm sorry about that. I truly am. Your government's official position is that there are no POWs in Southeast Asia at the present time.
Sir, don't you think...
Yes, I think. You don't. Now go wait in the car. Man to man, I know exactly how you feel, both of you. And if I were in your situation, I'd probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, man to man, all I'm asking is that you help us find out what's happened to Will.
I wish I could help you, son, but we live in a world that's a powder keg. Southeast Asia is the shortest fuse. Under the circumstances, there's nothing that we can do.
There's something I can do. Find him.
Mr. Houston, if you try, I'm going to use every means in my power to stop you. If you go over there, the United States government cannot be responsible for what might happen to you.
Why didn't you just tell us that the first time?
They're not going to let us do this, you know.
I'd like to see somebody try and stop us.
Airline tickets, they rushed him through.
Thank you, Chris.
I feel like a kid again, like I'm 50 again. I can't wait to get started.
I better get this stuff out to the chopper. You gonna tell him?
Yeah. I hope you realize how much I appreciate you coming along with me.
No sweat.
We don't know what we're gonna run into over there.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been wanting a vacation.
We're going to need more of these detailed maps.
I've got a feeling for the right price, somebody in Bangkok can get them for us. I just hope they haven't moved the camp.
Well, Vietnamese are extremely territorial. Some never leave the land of their ancestors. We'll find him.
Not we, Uncle Roy. Just too mean and I. You're not coming with us.
What?
It's too dangerous.
I've been in hot spots before.
I know, Uncle Roy. It's just that if you go over there...
I was fighting fascists in Spain before you were born.
You don't understand. What I'm trying to tell you is...
Spent a whole winter charting North Korea while you were still strapped to your high chair.
Would you knock it off? That was a long time ago, and you are not fighting fascists anymore. How long do you think you'd last? Men half your age don't last 10 hours in that jungle.
You're right. It's just that I know.
Bad news. I'm grounded.
I told you I'd stop you, Mr. Houston. Visas to Thailand have been canceled, and you're hereby ordered to forfeit your passports to me.
But we're only trying to save my son.
And my cousin. We grew up together.
Allowing you to go into that area is tantamount to our government authorizing an invasion of foreign soil. You want another war? There's the big picture to consider. Please, I'm required to use force if necessary.
He's right. It's all legal.
I'm not giving up my passport to nobody. What the hell is all of this?
Take it easy, too mean. There's a time to fight City Hall and a time not to.
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, the man's doing his job.
Appreciate your cooperation.
No problem. Let's go.
Go where? This is not a casual question, Mr. Houston. It's official.
It's going for a little ride in my chopper. Unless you have the authority to prevent two private citizens from a little tour of the city lights.
Mr. Houston, I got nothing against you. Don't force me to do something we'll both regret.
Get going, boy.
We'll get to Mexico and arrange for a flight to Bangkok from there. Look, CJ, if I don't come back...
If you don't come back, Uncle Roy and I are going to come looking for you.
Okay, Dicker, you got what you came for. Now, if there is nothing else.
Got that right.
If you're Andy McKay, I understand you have them.
That would be illegal. But I might.
Look, if you're worried about getting paid...
I'm not. I checked you out. If you weren't going to pay me, I wouldn't be sitting.
Look, we're trying to get to Dimtao province.
You are crazy.
Is something wrong with Dimtao province?
Nothing. Well, as hell is high on your list of things to see. Did you ever hear of a dude named Dao Chi Min? Welcome to the third world, darling. It's not like your world. Out here, the government is happy if they control the cities and towns. Out in the jungle, in the open country, there's local rule. Warlords whose ancestors have owned the territories for centuries. Warlords like Dao Chi.
And he owns Dimtao province.
Cambodian government is so afraid of him, they don't even put his place on some of their maps. Has his own private army in there. Lives like a prince and controls all the opium that comes out of the region. They tell me he even built a mansion right in the middle of the jungle.
My cousin is being held in a prison camp in Dimtao province. He was MIA in Vietnam.
I don't care who he is or how long he's been in there. If you think you're just gonna waltz in there and waltz out with him, you're not playing with a full deck. Oh, hi, Chai.
You're a dead man.
Just a little little squabble over a bar bill.
About the helicopter.
Look, if your cousin is in there and Dao Chi's got him, I know what you must be feeling, but with just the two of you, you're spitting in the wind.
Now, what about you? I mean, you know the area. You look like you can handle yourself. We're going in there one way or another. We could use an extra hand.
Like I said, fella'd have to be crazy.
How about for $50,000 American?
For $50,000, I'm downright certifiable. You want to go?
As soon as we settle your bar tab. Must have been a hell of a bar tab.
Well, actually, it had something to do with Chai's sister. Bye, Chai.
Where do we pick up these maps?
I'll have them for you in the morning.
What about the helicopter?
About that, I need an advance on the $50,000 for some minor repairs.
Well, how much?
About half.
Well, what kind of helicopter you
Save it for later. We got trouble now.
Going my way? I would have joined you in the bar, but you seem to be occupied, so I grabbed a cab.
You're unbelievable.
People have been telling me that for years.
Baby has it narrowed down to the southeast corner of Diem Tao province. The terrain is high and dry, but there's a tropical forest along one edge.
Give me the coordinates.
Party favors. We got a volume discount.
Thanks, CJ.
Houston, please be...
I know. Careful.
Matt, even with the maps, you don't know what you're going to find when you get in there.
I'm going to find Will. I'm going to bring him home, and anything else is unimportant.
Right there.
I figure if we come in due north over the mountains, and then we'll just hike it into the camp here.
Listen, if Will is still alive and in there, after what he's been through, he may not be the same.
He'll still be my son.
That's the last of it.
Are you sure you can trust this guy?
Chung? Nobody trusts Chung. But he knows if he steals anything, I'll squash him like a bug.
I remember the Christmas we came to visit you in Texas. You and Will got lost in the woods behind your daddy's house.
We were 5 years old and really scared.
Some feel that's never changed.
I'll be back. We'll both be back.
Put the champagne on ice, Roy. And tell the girls down at the bar to get ready for a party. Hit it.
mortar.
In some ways, this is home. Want to bite a lizard?
I'll pass.
Gonna have to learn to grin and bear it out here. You'd be surprised at some of the things I've eaten to survive. You don't know what you're missing.
What we're missing is that gas that's supposed to be here.
It used to be here. They must have moved it. You never can tell in this country. Things just seem to shift. We'll find it around here someplace.
And what if we don't?
We'll do a lot of walking, darling.
We better get out of here before somebody spots the smoke from this fire.
I wouldn't worry about that. This is lousy farming country. Now, there aren't many villages. Without the villages to plunder, the government troops, rebels and bandits, it's got no reason to come around here.
And you wouldn't mind explaining to me who those fellas are?
Mercenaries, maybe? Or rebels? Okay. So, sometimes I'm wrong.
What do they want?
Food, money, guns, ammunition. The helicopter, our clothes, our boots, our wristwatches, the gold out of our teeth. I don't think they're stupid enough to try anything. There's only 4 of them.
Make that 8.
Make that an even dozen.
Well, looks like we're gonna have us a little warm-up, boys and girls.
The only warm-up we're gonna have is you warming up the chopper. Two mean and I'll keep busy.
Suit yourself.
Doing us a lot of good. Where is he?
Fight's over before it got started.
Is that warm enough for you, darling?
You and your American friends are partners with the mercenary McKay. Where are they now?
Oh, they went bird hunting.
In a helicopter?
Some birds fly.
Mr. Houston, I don't know what Mr. McKay told you, But he is wanted by nearly every government in Southeast Asia. The Chinese for smuggling national treasures out of Beijing, the Laotians for selling arms to terrorists.
And the Thais for misappropriating government funds. Seems our friend here gave Andy 10,000 American dollars to procure several black market erotic films, which he's yet to deliver.
You have no jurisdiction here.
And you have no right to hold an American citizen for questioning without notifying his embassy. Let's get out of here.
I warn both of you. If you try to prevent us from evening up accounts with Mr. McKay.
That reminds me. Now we're even.
Hot seat.
I think I owed it to you. I wish I could do more. I was sent over here to check up on you. But I don't agree with Decker and his government issue mentality.
It's a shame more people don't feel the way you do. Tell me, from what Kai said, is Andy McKay really in that much trouble?
Mr. Houston, Andy McKay may be trouble itself.
Then it was just after the resignation of General II, I took off for Africa and latched on with some freedom fighters. And those suckers got heart.
Really?
Yeah, I stayed down there for about 6 months. Best 6 months of my life. After that, I fought with the rebels in Afghanistan. Long hours and lousy pay. They were tough little buggers. Real hellraisers, too. Then a little for both sides in Chad. Some reconnaissance for the CIA in China. Some gun running in the Caribbean.
But you always came back to Nam.
Yeah. Guess I'm an addict.
Or a fool. Or both. Nasty little booger, huh?
There it is.
Yeah. What do you know? Man's even got a TV dish.
Yeah, all the comforts of home.
That must be Tara. He really built the damn thing. Pretty as a picture, ain't she? Hey, and there's the warlord himself. Take a look.
go get Will out of here, Houston.
If he's still alive. What's so funny?
Nothing. I was just wondering if by tomorrow any of us will be alive.
Judging by the guards and the bars, Will must be in there. All we gotta do is create a diversion so we can get in, get him out, and not fight the whole outfit.
So just put some charges around the perimeter. Put two men in the thicket back of the camp to keep them busy while we take the hut. No sweat.
And then all we got to do is to run 2 miles cross country, swim across the swamp, and get to the chopper before they get to us. No sweat.
Let's get going.
This ought to be just fine.
Đồng chí ơi, có cái tụng trên tivi đồng chí thích kìa. Ghi lên ganh ai lên. Cảm ơn đồng chí. Tôi thích thằng cha đó lắm. Hey Skipper.
Come on, Papa.
I'll cover you. And make sure you get the right guy. I don't want to go through this again.
Don't worry about it.
It's me, Matt. My God. I told you I'd come back for you, didn't I?
Should I know you?
No, and in another couple of minutes, you're never even going to get the chance to meet me.
About a 2-mile sprint to the helicopter.
Not through that door.
You know another way out of here?
No. I was afraid you were going to say that.
Hồi nào?
Come on, Will.
Best defense you've ever played.
Yeah, but it's going to be a hell of a race to the end zone.
Where's Will? What did you do with Will? Oh.
All I wanted to do was bring him home.
And you're certain this man, this Houston, is worth millions of dollars. You realize I have only your word that he is. Why should I trust you?
You should trust me because you have in your possession something that I consider pretty valuable. My life. And if you do what I'm telling you, you'll be $10 million richer.
The second part of this story can be seen on Thursday evening at 11 o'clock.
It's real nice. I thought chimps were supposed to be cute and cuddly, not luscious and lousy music critics. Well, come on. Dr. Russell, I presume?
My favorite little guy. Give us a kiss. Come on, give us a kiss. Oh, good boy.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's a great boy. You know, when you told me last night that you had something very special planned for the both of us, babysitting an alcoholic ape was not the first thing that came into my mind.
Well, when you date a zoo vet, you have to accept the consequences. Croissants from Delmonico's, orange juice from Florida.
Bribery will get you nowhere.
Why don't you go out on the patio? Dylan is back, and he'll take care of Mickey from now on. And we can plan something very special for tonight.
Oh. Alone?
Alone.
I like that kind of bribery. You know, as a matter of fact, the best thing...
This was taped 2 days ago while you were in San Diego helping your lady friend.
It was in this Los Angeles courthouse today that Judge Malcolm Granger, citing a technicality, overturned the murder conviction of the accused assassin known as Andre. This was the scene 6 months ago at the Los Angeles Sister City pageant. The most beautiful girls in the world had come to Los Angeles to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the event. Peaceful, serene, and then terror struck. Shots rang out. The intended victim, an oil magnate, narrowly escaped death. Minutes later, Private Detective Matt Houston had the accused assassin in custody.
Don't worry, CJ. It's going to be all right.
No, it isn't. He said he was going to be out in 6 months, and he is. Then he said he was going to come after you, Houston.
2 days. Didn't waste much time. If it was he who left that calling card at your place.
Oh, it was him.
Following his conviction, the assassin hired attorney Leland Roos to file an appeal. And here comes Judge Granger now, who today ruled that the convicted man's civil rights had indeed been violated. Judge Granger, any comment?
I'm just pleased that the system works to uphold our basic freedoms. Excuse me all.
Freedoms to buy off crooked judges like Granger. That's a pretty serious charge, boy.
Not when it comes to Granger. There are rumors that he's been accepting bribes for years, but nobody's been able to nail him on it.
Well, maybe they haven't asked the right questions.
Home, Francis?
Francis decided today'd be a good day to take a walk.
Who are you?
I'm the man that put Andre in jail, and you're the man that let him go. Judge, this is a .45 automatic pistol. It fires a bullet at about 830 feet per second. Cranial bone damage, well, hell, it'll just blow your head off from here.
What do you want?
For starters, where's Andre?
The, New Robinson Hotel, room 109.
You got a reputation around that says you're very expensive. Who paid you off?
I don't know.
Why don't you try again?
I swear to you, I don't know. A package arrived at my house. There was $300,000. Cash. Small bills. But you can't prove it.
In case you haven't noticed, you make me sick.
Floyd, what are you doing here?
Somebody tipped us off. A certain somebody who claimed some hotshot PI stuck a .45 where it didn't belong and gave him an impromptu lesson in ballistics.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You realize this is breaking and entering and also illegal search and seizure?
Well, it's just search right now. We haven't seized anything yet. Certainly wouldn't want to deprive the Wolfman of any of his rights now, would we? Now it's seizure.
This is what I was afraid of.
I feel violated.
Name's Andre, international hitman.
Oh, I remember. She told me that the police had arrested him.
They did. Then a crooked judge found a giant loophole and Andre slipped through it.
I don't understand. Why did he sneak in here this morning and kill the wolf? Why these pictures?
That's Andre's calling card. It's his way of telling me that he's back and he's coming after me.
Andre isn't just after you, is he?
Enjoying the zoo, Houston? Just thought I'd exercise my right as a free citizen to see the zoo, that's all.
Why don't you save it for the judges and lawyers?
Did anybody tell you it was against the law to break into someone's room?
Look, if you're coming after me, why don't you and I go out to the desert and settle this thing alone?
That would be too easy. Anyway, I've got something else in mind.
You better stay away from her.
Maybe I will. And then again, maybe I won't. I'll be seeing you, Houston. Bye.
Thanks for all the attention, Matt. But you know you're gonna have to let me out of your sight sometime.
Well, maybe. But look, for the time being, what I would really like you to do is take... Go to your car.
Pastrami gives me joy. You give me ulcers, especially when you call me in the middle of a departmental budget meeting to tell me your lady friend's car was used for a Roman candle.
Look, where is he?
I hate private eyes. Does that bother you?
No, where is he?
He's not here.
Where?
He's not here.
You sent your man after him.
We let him go.
What about the pictures we found in his apartment?
You see, he likes to take pictures. It's his hobby. Look, Houston, I know this morning a wolf at the zoo was mutilated, and your lady friend's car is now a convertible.
And you also know, as well as I do, that he did it.
Of course I do, but I can't prove it. The lab boys went over that car twice. No fingerprints, no evidence, no witnesses. Nobody saw anyone near her car all day. Andre threw that in our face all afternoon. Houston, I got a couple of my men out looking for him. When we find him, we'll watch him night and day. That's all I can do.
Till somebody gets killed?
Houston. Houston. Beautiful place to have a home. Open air. Pacific at your doorstep. In prison, my cell was 8 feet by 8 feet. There was one small window up very high. It opened up onto a courtyard overlooking other windows and gray concrete walls.
If you're gonna kill me, why don't you just pull the trigger?
Oh, I will. When I'm ready.
You're not gonna get another chance.
I am a Chindi. A wolf witch. Before you die, Houston, I want to humiliate you. The way you humiliated me. I am going to torment you. You're already a dead man. And I'm going to kill you when I'm ready. It's the magic, Houston. He's seeing you.
Are you going to tell me what's wrong, or are we going to spend the rest of our lives as Trappist monks?
I just think you should go away for a little while. Before this thing's over, it's bound to get very ugly, and I don't want you to get caught in a crossfire.
I am scared enough to run from here to New York, but I have my work, Matt. I've got my life.
Didn't you tell me that you had some work to do at the San Diego clinic?
I do, but I wasn't expecting to go right away.
Well, don't leave on my account. I just love zoos. Get back to the clinic.
Matt, I don't want to...
Just please do what I say. Pretty girl. Pretty house. You've got a lot to lose.
You touch her. If you even get close to her, I swear I'm gonna kill you.
That would be first-degree murder. Go ahead, try it. You'll try, but you'll never kill me. Time, Houston, I want you to know what time feels like. Like the 6 months I spent in prison, where every day was like a new bad dream. I want to terrorize your soul. I want to haunt you the way you've been haunting me. I want to bleed you dry. And then, when I do make my move, the girl, she'll die first.
You're crazy! You see what he did? He's out of his mind. You saw what he did? That guy's mad.
Matt, there was a message in my office. Your Uncle Roy was hit pay dirt on the Wolfman.
Have you ever heard of an organization called Fullman?
Not exactly, but if my high school Latin course serves me correct, it means thunderbolt.
And a very appropriate name for a group of assassins who've been raining terror throughout Europe, Africa, and the Middle East.
Assassins like Andre.
He was their prize about 3 years ago.
And he was trained at this base just inside the Libyan border. It's a specialty training camp. They teach killers to know more about their target than the target knows about himself.
When the assassin is done with the program, they put him on a shelf, pay him well, semi-retirement until it's time to activate him.
But it must be time for Andre to hit his target.
Yeah, it looks that way. My friends can't give me a name, but they think that the target will be the head of a state in the Middle East. I thought we might ask this man, Yaqub Elias, former Iraqi terrorist, now part of Fullman's middle management. His cover, he imports Persian rugs.
Where's he fit in?
He met with Andre while he was in jail. 2 days later, $300,000 was delivered to Judge Granger.
So that means that Elias brought the money to pay off the judge. And it's also very possible that he brought Andre his marching orders from Fullman.
And if we find out what they are, we're liable to have enough evidence to put Andre back in jail.
Now, you listen to me, Elias. I'm not one of your puppets. I don't dance with a pull of the string.
All we ask of you is that you fulfill the agreement. We know about your obsession with Matt Houston. But your target in the Middle East cannot wait. You must leave at once.
Well, I'm afraid I just can't do that.
And maybe it was a mistake having to pay that judge. A mistake that will have to be rectified.
Don't threaten me.
When Fullman finds out about this insubordination, they'll come after you.
You don't understand. I'm out of control. I've gone over the edge.
Staked out a building like this during a monsoon in Malaysia.
What'd you catch that time?
Worst cold of my life. Over here, Matlock. It's Elias. He won't be bombing any more airports.
All voice.
Got no place left to run.
I'm not like other men, Houston. You should know that by now.
He is still out there. Now, he said he was going to kill me, and I got to find him.
That's exactly what he wants you to do. You've got to stop playing by his rules.
I'm going to turn this town upside down. I'm going to find him.
You won't have to look far. You have to be at City Hall, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Andre and Judge Granger want to have a talk with you.
To start with, I'd like to thank Deputy Chief Cassidy for the use of his conference room and Ms. Arlen for consenting to keep the official record. I hope we can maintain this spirit of cooperation throughout this meeting.
Great, so why don't we start by throwing your buddy back in jail where he belongs.
Houston. Just come to the point, Your Honor.
Restraining order?
Executed this morning at the behest of the plaintiff's attorney. Come within 100 yards of him now, Mr. Houston, and I'll be forced to issue a warrant for your arrest.
I'll see that Houston abides by the order, Your Honor.
Good. And I trust you won't mind obeying your own restraining order. Call off those plainclothesmen you've had tailing this man.
I'm not going to let up on you.
That in the transcript, Miss Arlen. Good day, gentlemen.
bright ideas now, P.I.?
I think it's about time we started making our own rules.
You're running scared, White, just like everybody else.
Houston, get smart. Andre got you by the Bill of Rights. You testified against him and you lost. You were seen threatening him. You were seen assaulting him without provocation. Now do me a favor. Get out of my sight.
Glad.
Lieutenant, we got details on the witness to that Persian rug dealer murder.
What?
Got a preliminary statement. We got the home address of the guy. Says that he saw the killer enter the office 5 minutes before the killing.
Put it on my desk.
Right.
Now, you're supposed to stay away from me. So sue me.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will and can be held against you in the court of law.
Now, look, I was just out walking.
Shut up. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any question if you wish. You can decide any time to exercise these rights.
Just out walking, you 22 with a
make any
silencer?
statements. Do you understand each of these rights? Have it, as I've explained them to you, have these rights in mind? Do you wish to talk to us now?
This is entrapment.
No, it's a whole new ball game. You recognize this, Lieutenant?
Well, if I didn't know any better, I guess you were searching through some papers on my desk. Luckily, I have a hidden video camera there. Andre, freeze!
I need your bike.
Hey, get out of here,
Come on,
man.
it's police business. Hoyt.
Oh, man. Hey, it's in gear and it sticks in third. You know how to handle that thing? Guess he knows how to handle it, huh?
Orange Brett on No. 211 on Vermont. 1691, sir.
Channel's deep. Undercurrent swift. We think the car's even been swept out into deeper waters. May never find it. Andre either. You ever try to get out of a sinking car with handcuffs on?
He's not a normal man, Hoyt.
Now you're beginning to sound like him. He's dead, Houston. Go home. You can relax now. It's over.
Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Well, you know, I was just thinking about you.
I got your message this morning that Andre's dead. And all's clear, so I caught the first plane back. I missed you.
Get out of there as fast as you can.
What are you talking about?
I didn't leave any messages for you in San Diego. I never
I
called.
told you I was immortal.
Come and get her, Houston. Alone.
If you hurt her.
The old zoo. 1 hour.
All right, I'll be there.
This is all Houston's fault, you know. He was the one that tried to lock me away in a steel cage. He was the one that mocked the ancient magic.
Maybe you just didn't understand your magic.
Patronize me. I know what you're thinking. You think I'm crazy, that I have some delusion of being a Navajo magic man. Believe that I have the power to bring life or death. Perhaps you'd like to test that power.
If you're gonna kill me, why don't you just get it over with?
Maybe I don't want to kill you. Maybe I just want to make sure that Houston comes to the rescue so that I can kill him.
He'll be here.
I'm counting on it. Last night, I knelt down facing north and prayed to the Master Destroyer to give me protection against the weapons of my enemies. You see, the ancient way dictates that the wolf witch who does not seek revenge loses his power. And if I lose my power, I'll die.
Let me go.
When Houston is dead.
I thought I told you I could handle this.
That Andre fella's led a real charmed life for too long a time.
Well, he's not going to be very charmed when I get finished with him. Now, this is my fight.
Stay out of it, all right?
You that tired of living, boy?
No, I'm just tired of being scared. And I'm very tired of being pushed around.
Five minutes.
Guess who's been waiting?
Two inches. The distance between the bars of a cell. Now you know what it's like to have someone else control your life.
Hey, you better go check on your friend. She may already be dead.
I gotta get you out of here.
The magic is everywhere, Houston. The walls of your tomb are closing in. Are you a believer yet?
Well, I believed you when you told me you'd let her go if I did everything you asked.
And I'm a man of my word. You can let the girl go. She served her purpose. You're a brave man, Houston. I'll have to put that on your gravestone. And now your gun.
Free!
I see some of your chindi wolf magic now, huh?
You're seeing it, Houston. A bullet inside me. I can feel the hot metal, and still I stand.
You're bleeding to death.
Behold the power of the wolf witch of the Chindi. You're going to see it manifest itself in me again.
There are gowns in CJ's office. Probably better get a move on if we're going to make it on time.
Matt, I can't make it.
Don't tell me another one of your giraffes has a sore throat. I'm losing you, huh?
I've accepted a position at the Taronga Zoo in Sydney, Australia.
Couldn't have picked a place that's further away.
Our worlds are already 10,000 miles apart. I need peace and tranquility in my life. And my work at the zoo gives me these things, but your life...
I know. I know.
Hate me.